We can also find slope from a table by looking at the change in y over the change in x. How are the y values changing? -3 going to 2. It's going up by 5. How about from 2 to 7? It's going up by 5. And from 7 to 17, it's going up by 5. So my y is changing by 5. How about my x's? 1 to 2 is going up by 1. 2 to 3 is going up by 1. 3 to 5 is going up by 2. From 7 to 17 is 10. Now I look at my change in y over my change in x. For my first one, I have 5 over 1. The change in y was 5. The change in x was 1. How about the second one? The change in y was 5. The change in x was 1. And the third one, the change in y was 10, and the change in x was 2. When I simplify all of these, do I get the same thing? 5 divided by 1 is 5. 5 divided by 1 is 5. 10 divided by 2 is 5. The slope is 5. It's the same. It's a line. The slope is going to be the same. It's not going to change. The slope has to be the same if it's going to be a line. So here, my slope is 5. M equals 5. Example 3, find the slope and the y-intercept given an equation. Y equals mx plus b. M is the slope, and whatever you see being added or subtracted is the y-intercept. Looking at the first one, it's not in the form of y equals mx plus b. The y has to be by itself. I need to shift this negative 6x to the other side. How do I shift across the equal sign? I do the opposite of negative 6x. Plus 6x, plus 6x. And I get y equals, I'm going to put my x first, 6x and a positive 2. I cannot add those together. They are not like terms. My slope is in front of the x. My slope is 6. My y-intercept is positive 2. Example B, I need to get y by itself. I'm going to put 2x on the right-hand side. The opposite of a positive 2x is negative 2x. Here's my 0 pair, and I get y equals, putting my x term first, negative 2x plus a positive 3. My slope is in front of the x. My slope is negative 2, and my y-intercept is 3. Here I see I have y equals mx plus b. What's the number in front of x? That's my slope. The number is 1. 1 is understood to be in front of our x. My slope is 1, and my y-intercept is negative 9. Y equals 7. Well, where's the x? Y equals mx plus b. I could say y equals 0x plus 7. 0 times x is still 0. That means I still have y equals 7. This has a 0 slope because it's a horizontal line at 7. A horizontal line has a slope of 0. The y-intercept is 7. Example E, I need to get y by itself. I can see that there are two things being done to y. It's being added by 8x and multiplied by 2. The first thing I'm going to do is shift my x to the other side. The opposite of 8x is negative 8x. And I have 2y equals negative 8x plus 4. I'm going to finish by dividing by 2 to get y by itself. I need to divide everything by 2. I'm dividing 3 times. Divide by 2, divide by 2, divide by 2. 2 divided by 2 is 1, so we get y equals negative 8x divided by 2. Negative 8 divided by 2 is negative 4. So negative 8x divided by 2 is negative 4x. 4 divided by 2 is a positive 2. I can see now that my slope is negative 4 and my y-intercept is 2. We practiced getting y by itself earlier in the chapter. One more example. I need to get y by itself. I'm going to start by shifting the x term to the other side. The opposite of 3x is negative 3x. We have negative y equals negative 3x and positive 5. Y is still being multiplied by a negative. Don't forget, there's understood to be a 1 there, so it's being multiplied by negative 1. I'm going to divide everything by negative 1. It's going to change all of the signs. Negative divided by negative becomes a positive y. Negative 3x divided by negative 1 becomes a positive 3x. Positive 5 divided by negative 1 becomes a negative 5. We have y equals 3x minus 5. My slope is 3, and my y-intercept is negative 5.